wilt thou be gone? It is not yet near day. It was the nightingale, and not the lark, that pierced the fearful hollow of thine ear. Nightly she sings on yon pomegranate tree. Believe me, love, it was the nightingale.
It was the lark, the herald of the morn, not nightingale. Look, love, what envious streaks do lace the severing clouds in yonder east. Night's candles are burnt out, and jocund day stands tiptoe on the misty mountain tops. I must be gone and live, or stay and die.
Yon light is not daylight, I know, it's I. It is some meteor that sun exhaled, to be to thee this night a torchbearer, and light thee on thy way to Mantua. Therefore stay yet, thou needst not to be gone.
Let me be ta'en, let me be put to death. I am content, so thou wilt have it so. I'll say yon gray is not the morning's eyes, 'tis but the pale reflex of Cynthia's brow, nor that is not the lark whose notes do beat the vaulty heaven so high above our heads. I have more care to stay than will to go. Come, death, and welcome. Juliet wills it so. How's it, my soul? Let's talk. It is not day.
It is. Hie hence. Begone away. It is the lark that sings so out of tune, straining harsh discords and unpleasing sharps. Some say the lark makes sweet division. This doth not so, for she divideth us. Some say the lark and the loth-toed changed eyes. Oh, now I would they had changed voices too, since arm from arm that voice doth us affray, hunting thee thence with hunts up to the day. Oh, now be gone. More light and light it grows.
More light and light, more dark and dark our woes. Madame?
Nurse?
Your lady mother is coming to your chamber. The day is broke. Be wary. Look about.
Then window, let day in and let life out.
Farewell, farewell. One kiss and I'll descend.
Art thou gone so? Love, Lord, I husband, friend. I must hear from thee every day and the hour, for in a minute there are many days. Oh, by this count I shall be much in years, ere I again behold my Romeo.
Farewell. I will omit no opportunity that may convey my greetings, love, to thee.
Oh, thanks thou we shall ever meet again?
I doubt it not, and all these woes shall serve for sweet discourses in our time to come.
Oh God, I have an ill-divining soul. Methinks I see thee now thou art so low, as one dead in the bottom of a tomb. Either my eyesight fails, or thou lookest pale.
And trust me, love, in my eyes so do you. Dry sorrow drinks our blood. Adieu, adieu.
Oh, fortune, fortune, all men call thee fickle. If thou art fickle, what dost thou with him that is renowned for faith? Be fickle, fortune, for then I hope thou wilt not keep him long, but send him back.
Ho, daughter, are you up?
Who is it that calls? Is my lady mother? Is she not down or late or up so early? One unaccustomed cause procures her hither.
Why, how now, Juliet?
Madam, I'm not well.
Evermore weeping for your cousin's deaths? What wilt thou wash him from his grave with tears? And if thou couldn't not make him live, therefore have done. Some grief shows much of love, but much of grief shows some still want of wit.
Yet let me weep for such a feeling loss.
So shall you feel the loss, but not the friend which you weep for.
Feeling for the loss, I cannot choose but ever weep the friend.
Well, girl, those weepest not so much for his death as the villain lives which slaughtered him.
What villain, madam?
That same villain, Romeo.
Villain, and he be many miles asunder. God pardon him, I do with all my heart, and yet no man like he doth grieve my heart.
That is because the traitor murderer lives.
I, madam, from the reach of these my hands would none but I might venge my cousin's death.
We will have vengeance for it, fear thou not. Then weep no more. I'll send to one in Mantua, where that same banished renegade doth live, shall give him such an uncustomized dram that he shall soon keep Tybalt company, and then I hope thou wilt be satisfied.
Indeed, I never shall be satisfied with Romeo till I behold him dead. Is my poor heart so for a kinsman vexed? Madam, if you could find out but a man to bear a poison, I would temper it, that Romeo should, upon receipt thereof, soon sleep in quiet. Oh, how my heart abhors to hear him named, and cannot come to him, to wreck the love I bore my cousin, upon his body that hath slaughtered him.
Find thou the means, and I'll find such a man. But now I'll tell these the joyful tidings, girl.
And joy comes well in such a needy time. What are they, beseech your ladyship?
Well, thou hast a careful father, child, one who, to put thee from thy heaviness, hath sorted out a sudden day of joy, thou expects not, nor I look not for.
Madam, and happy time, what day is that?
Marry, my child, early next Thursday morn, the gallant young and noble gentleman, the county Paris, and at St. Peter's Church, shall happily make thee there a joyful bride.
Now by St. Peter's Church and Peter too, he shall not make me there a joyful bride. I wonder at this haste that I must wed, ere he that should be my husband comes to woo. I pray you tell my lord and father, Madam, it will not marry yet, and when I do, I swear it shall be Romeo, who you know I hate, rather than Paris. These are news indeed.
Here comes your father. Tell him so yourself, and see how he will take it into your hands.
When the sun sets, the earth doth drill dew, and for the sunset of my brother's son it rains down right. How now, a conduit, girl? What, still in tears? Evermore showering in one little body, thou counterfeits a bark, a sea, a wind. For still, thy eyes, which I may call the sea, do ebb and flow with tears. The bark thy body is, sailing in the salt flood, the winds thy sighs. Who, raging with thy tears, and they with them, without a sudden calm will overset thy tempest-tossed body. How now, wife? Have you delivered to her our decree?
Aye, sir, but she will none. She gives you thanks. I would the fool were married to her grave.
Soft, take me with you, wife. How will she be none? Doth she not give us thanks? Is she not proud? Doth she not count her blessed, unworthy as she is, that we have wrought so worthy a gentleman to be her bride?
Not proud you have, but thankful that you have. Proud can I never be of what I hate, but thankful if ever hate that is meant love.
How? Chopped logic, what is this? Proud, and I thank you not? And yet not proud? Mistress minion you. Thank me no thankings, nor proud me no prouds. But fettle your fine joints, gangs Thursday next, to go with Paris to St. Peter's Church. Or I will drag thee on a hurdle thither. Out, you green sickness carrion! Out, you baggage, you tallow face!
Fie, what are you, mad?
Good father, I beseech you on my knees, hear me with patience, but to speak a word.
Hang thee, young baggage, disobedient wretch! I tell thee what, get thee to church o Thursday, or never after look me in the face. Speak not, reply not, do not answer me. My fingers itch. Wife, we scarce thought us blessed. That God has lent us but this only child, but now I see this one is one too much, and that we have a curse in having her. Out on her, Hilding.
God in heaven bless her. You are to blame, my lord, to rate her so.
And why, my lady wisdom? Hold your tongue. Good prudence, smarter with your gossips, go.
I speak no treason.
O God, Eg Eden.
May not one speak?
Peace, you mumbling fool. Utter your gravity over a gossip's bowl, for here we need it not.
You are too hot.
God's bread, it makes me mad. Day, nights, hour, tide, time, work, play, alone, in company. Still, my care hath been to have her matched, and having now provided a gentleman of noble parentage, of fair domesticness, youthful and nobly stuffed, as they say, with honorable parts, proportioned as one's thought would wish a man, and then to have a wretched puling fool, a whining mammoth, in her fortune's tender, to answer, I'll not wed, I cannot love, I am too young, I pray you. Pardon me, but an you will not wed, I pardon you. Graze where you will, you shall not house with me. Look to think on't, I do not use to jest. Thursday is near. Lay hand on heart, advise, and you be mine. I'll give you to my friend. And you be not. Hang, beg, starve, die in the streets. For by my soul I'll never acknowledge thee, nor what is mine shall never do thee good. Trust, bethink you, I'll not be forsworn.
Is there no pity sitting in the clouds that sees into the bottom of my grief? Oh, sweet my mother, cast me not away. Delay this marriage for a month, a week, or if you do not make the bridal bed in that dim moment where Tybalt lies.
Talk not to me, for I'll not speak a word. Do as thou wilt, for I have done with thee.
Oh God, oh nurse, how shall this be prevented? My husband is on earth, my faith in heaven. How shall that faith return again to earth, unless that husband send me from heaven? By leaving earth, comfort me, counsel me. Alack, alack, that heaven should practice stregnoms upon a so soft a subject as myself. What sayest thou? Hast thou not a word of joy? Some comfort, nurse.
Faith, here it is. Romeo is banished, and all the world to nothing, that he dares near come back to challenge you. Or if he do, it needs must be by stealth. Then since the case so stands as now it doth, I think it best you married with the county. Oh, he's a lovely gentleman. Romeo's a dishclout to him. An eagle, madame, half not so green, so quick, so fair an eye, as Paris hath, beshrew my very heart. I think you are happy in this second match, for it excels your first, or if it did not, your first is dead, and queer as good he were, as living here, and you no use of him.
Speak'st thou from thy heart?
And from my soul too, else beshrew them both.
Amen.
What?
Well, thou hast comforted me marvelous much. Go in and tell my lady I am gone, having displeased my father to Lawrence's cell, to make confession and to be absolved.
Marry I will, and this is wisely done.
Ancient damnation, oh most wicked fiend! It is more sin to wish me thus forsworn, or to dispraise my lord with that same tongue which she hath praised him with above compare. So many thousand times, go, counselor, though in my bosom henceforth shall be twain. I'll to the fright and know his remedy. If all else fail, myself have the power to die.